Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Mantis here, and we have a very special treat for you tonight here in Great North Wrestling. The ravishing, the stunning Stacy Thibeault will be taking on the Xena Warrior Princess lookalike Eve. Both women starting off with some unusual footwork here. Eve not impressed with Stacy at this point. This may be the first time these two have ever met. So we see a lock up here, and Eve grabs the hair of Stacy. Referee Jamie Hisman warning Eve, stay off the hair. We want this match to be clean. This match was part of a charity event for Hawkesbury Fords that raised $10,000 for the Canadian Cancer Society. Arm wrench here by Stacy. Eve in trouble here. Stacy showing off to the crowd, and the crowd seems to be enjoying it. Reversal now by Eve. Eve, of course, outweighs Stacy by approximately 25 to 35 pounds here. Both of these women coming off losses in Great North Wrestling. Of course, Eve lost to Malicia, who is the current Great North Wrestling Women's Champion, and in a special Femme Fatale match, Stacy Thibeault recently lost to the Femme Fatale champion at the Great North Wrestling event in Brockville. So both of these women have something to prove tonight. This is a very important match for both women. Stacy now has Eve in a headlock. Eve reverses it into a headlock of her own. Now gives her a noogie, which we have not seen in a long time. Something that was very popular in the 90s. Just cranking away at Stacy, who's now delivering some blows to the midsection of Eve. Sends Eve off the ropes. Eve comes off with a tackle. Sends Stacy flying to the canvas. Dropped down by Stacy. Ducks Eve's clothesline, hits the ropes. Gives a tackle to Eve of her own. The crowd is behind Stacy here tonight. Back elbow to the jaw of Eve, sends Eve down. Stacy says, oh yes, and then delivers a flying clothesline, which sends Eve flipping over. Pinfall attempt there by Stacy. She's going to need to do a bit more than that to beat Eve. Grabbing Eve now. Takes her into the corner, launches her into the other corner, getting a running start here. Big knee to the face on Eve by Stacy. Throws Eve into the next corner. Comes across with a big jumping clothesline to Eve. Now it looks like she's going for a bulldog headlock possibly. Yes, there it is. She was smart, she would go for the pinfall right here while she has Eve down. I think if this match goes longer, it could be in Stacy's favor. I believe Stacy has better cardio, who just got yanked down by the hair by Eve. The referee's got to keep an eye on the hair pulling here on Eve. This is not a cat fight, this is a wrestling match. As Eve just stomps the face and up the chest area of Stacy. More stomps. Stacy needs to roll out of the ring and take a breather here perhaps. She's in a lot of trouble right now. The much larger Eve just landed a huge double leg drop right across the neck of Stacy. Now she's going across the ropes with more momentum now. Now a third time, crisscrossing, jumps over Stacy, crosses again. And another huge double leg drop, pinfall attempt now too, and a kick out by Stacy, just barely escaping. She wants a shot, both of these women want a shot at the Great North Wrestling Women's Championship. A massive thud to the back there of Stacy by Eve, and a second one for good measure. Stacy showing a lot of toughness here tonight. Eve grabbing the hair again. Now this referee needs to wake up here. We've seen some horrible officiating earlier in the night, and it's continuing on in this match. Eve saying she's going to chop Stacy. Stacy better get out of the way. Eve is much larger than her. This could do some damage. Now she's going for some football-style tackles to the midsection of Stacy instead. Now grabs her in somewhat of a headlock and just raking her along the ropes now. This is totally uncalled for. This referee needs to wake up tonight. Great North Wrestling officials may need to review some of this footage here. Horrible officiating. Stacy now on the ground, just getting beat on with kicks and slaps and thuds to the back by Eve, who's now choking her. The referee finally calling to break the choke. Stacy fighting back with some blows to the midsection of Eve. Now a big punch right to the face of Eve, a second one right to the jaw. Goes for a third. Eve blocks it and is nailing her with forearms to the jaw. And I think it's hard to tell from this vantage point, but she's grabbing the hair again. Now at some point there's going to have to be a disqualification because you can't blatantly disregard the rules like Eve is doing here tonight. Stacy is in a lot of trouble here eating that canvas. Now Eve has her foot on the head of Stacy. Just smashes the face of Stacy right into that mat. She will not be looking as good as she did going into this match when this match is over. Now she's grabbing the nose of Stacy. Now this is totally dirty, totally against the rules, and the referee should be calling for a break of the hold. Tremendous pressure on the lower back right now of Stacy. Now the referee needs to break this. This may be the last time you see this referee in Great North Wrestling. If the Great North Wrestling higher-ups see this match, because the officiating has been brutal this far in the match. Forearm to the face of Stacy. Eve appears to be getting tired though. And he is still grabbing the hair, which is just ridiculous at this point. Stacy attempting to fight back, showing a lot of toughness in this match. I am impressed with Stacy thus far in this match. Now what is this? Is this going to be a... Looks like she's going for a pile driver. There's no padding on the floor to the outside. We do not use pads here outside the ring in Great North Wrestling. Our wrestlers are the toughest wrestlers in the entire world. Eve just slipped. That canvas is wet. Stacy now doing something. No, she can't be doing this. She flips right into Eve. Did not have a huge amount of momentum due to the slipperiness of the ring. That's an incredibly high-risk maneuver, but she still manages to take Eve down. We may see a count-out win here by Stacy. Eve, of course, was tired. The crowd clapping away. They like that maneuver. Eve is in trouble now. The referee has counted to 3. She has a 10 count to get back into the ring. She's complaining to the ref that Stacy was cheating, but Eve has been cheating this entire match, as we see a huge drop kick to Eve that sends her crashing down to this parking lot. We are wrestling in a parking lot here tonight at Hawkesbury Fords. There's no mats outside the ring. You're getting road burn if you fall on that parking lot. Extremely dangerous to be battling outside the ring here tonight. Stacy going back in the ring now with a lot of grace. Picks up Eve. Has her in a clinch-like maneuver. Rams her into the turnbuckle pad. Now takes a running leap. Here we go, Hurricane Rana to Eve. Eve goes crashing down head first into that canvas. Eve going to the crowd, or Stacy rather going to the crowd, but she needs to stay on Eve. There's a second Hurricane Rana. Very impressive by Stacy. She wants this victory. The crowd certainly wants Stacy to have this victory too. They're heavily behind Stacy. Stacy goes for a kick. Eve blocks it. Forearms right to the face of Stacy now by Eve. But Stacy follows up with a forearm of her own. Goes for a kick. Eve ducks out of the way. Stacy drop kicks Eve right in the face. Pinfall attempt here by Stacy. 1, 2, almost a 3. Just a bare kick out there by Eve. These women are giving it their all, but they both appear to be tired at this time. Eve perhaps more than Stacy. I believe Stacy was working on her cardio more going into this match, and of course she weighs about 25 to 30 pounds less, which also is helping her at this point. We're over the 10-minute mark in this match now. Eve is sucking wind and she is down on the canvas. Stacy signaling for something. Huge leg drop to Eve, perhaps getting some revenge for the leg drops Eve was giving her earlier in the match. Eve has to get up, has to mount some offense at this point, but I don't know if she has any gas left. Stacy just lifting her leg as high as possible, going for another pinfall attempt, but Eve somehow manages to kick out once again. Both of these women are going 120% here tonight for these great fans here at Hawkesbury Ford. Great North Wrestling will be returning to Hawkesbury with an arena event in the very near future. This was a special charity event. Normally we hold events at the Robert Hotley Arena, and we could see a Samoan drop here. I don't know if Stacy will be able to recover from this, if Eve can hit this maneuver. Running Samoan drop now on Stacy. And this is all she wrote right here too. No! Stacy kicked out. I don't know how Stacy is doing it. That's a lot of weight crashing down on her. With momentum. Of course, the Great North Wrestling Women's Division getting better and better. All the top women wrestlers in the world want to show their stuff. Now a bear hug into a throw, another pinfall attempt by Eve, who is moving very slowly at this point. Both of these women, I don't even know how they're able to stand with all the punishment they've taken. Could this be a superplex setup now by Eve? I believe it is. But no, Stacy's forearming Eve right in the face. Eve following up with her own forearms. Stacy now kicking Eve, going up to the top rope. What is this going to be? Plancha attempt, but Eve catches Stacy. Just launches her over her head, reminiscent of Scott Hall. Puts Stacy in the middle of the ring, and I believe this is over right here. No! Stacy has once again kicked out. I don't know how she wasn't broken in half by that. Again, Eve grabbing her by the hair with this idiot referee not paying any attention to the rules. Could this be a pedigree attempt now on Stacy? No, Stacy blocked it, but absolutely fell to the canvas. Both of these women are running out of steam at this point. Headbutt right to the lower abdomen. That's gotta hurt. The referee's got to watch where those headbutts are. Stacy picks. Eve rather picks Stacy up in a flapjack, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. There's the official word. Your winner, Eve. Follow Great North Wrestling on Facebook and subscribe to the Hannibal TV for all the latest news and videos.